What's good, everybody? RJ Sheldon here, back with another episode of Off the Top Show. As you see on the screen here, got my good brother Tony Lippett, aka Lip. What's happening, partner?
What's the wizard?
You already know what it is. This is the Spartan Dog edition. Let's hop right into it here. Detroit Lions 34-10 win over the Detroit Browns. Jeez, how about a great way to go ahead and say Detroit Browns? Yikes. Cleveland Browns here. They went ahead and beat them 34-10. First in the NFC North, they are 3-1, 2-0 at the crib. Talk to me about your Detroit Lions and another dominant performance all around.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, they went out there and handled business. They went up against a really good defense in the Browns. The Browns have slowed every offense down that they played so far this season. I mean, obviously only played 3 games, but 3 prominent opponents, they was able to slow them down as far as yardage or stop a rushing attack or just limit big plays against their team on defense. But I mean, and they may have done a similar job this time as well. I mean, obviously we look at Jared Goff. Jared Goff was 16 for 27, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So that's not a hell of a great game. That was a game where, obviously he was affected by the pass rush or the defensive pass coverage with Denzel Ward back there. And they got a really good linebacker, too. I think of the linebacker, a rookie linebacker. I think he went to UCLA, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was drafted like the 2nd or 3rd round. But he's a nice, savvy, veteran-type rookie linebacker that plays well for the Browns. So his future is going to be looking good there. But wasn't a lot of explosion this game. They just took care of their business. Even that, they won by 24 points. So they handled business. They had a big injury, though. DJ Reed, I think he went down with an injury. Don't know the severity of that. I think he was carted off as well, but he was having a great game himself. 1 interception, a dope INT he had. Obviously, and he had 3 PBUs. So if we're gonna miss that for the next few weeks or the season or however long he's out, they're definitely gonna miss that, knowing that their secondary definitely been having problems over these last years. So I'm sure they'll probably be, if he's out, I'm sure they'll probably be looking somewhere in the trade market or looking for a person that's going to get bought out or somebody that can come and add some value to their secondary. But, they look good. Obviously, they got some guys coming off IR this week, some guys on the D-line. I think it was a D-lineman last year. He ended up having a really good year last year, McNeil, but he was out for the first 4 games of this year. They actually paid him like mid-year last year as well. So just bringing him back, adding to that D-line, adding to help out with Hutch and the other guys on that D-line can't harm you as well. So, Lions took care of business, took care of home field advantage, and they did what they needed to do. So, shout out to the Lions.
Lions go ahead and take care of that, obviously, against the Browns. They go ahead and face the Cincinnati Bengals. That one is in Cincinnati. We just went ahead, if you do watch football, which I'm thinking majority of people do who are a sports junkie, they went ahead and lost to the Broncos on Monday Night Football. Kind of talk to me a little bit about this game going in. Obviously, you're on the road. You saw what happened on Monday night. It's still the NFL. Excuse me. You still have to go ahead and prepare like this is another great team that you're playing. Kind of what is the mindset going in for this Lions team heading to Cincinnati this weekend?
Just take care of your business. Go in there, take care of your business. Dot your I's and cross your T's. Like, stick to your game plan. Don't go in there and take this team lightly because obviously you're probably going to be out of corner. And the other corner that you do have, I think he leads the league in pass yards, giving up. Every game I looked at, Arnold be having PIs and holding calls. So that is a factor. And then you're going into another team's territory, another team's stadium. And at the end of the day, quarterback or not, you're going up against Jamar Chase. I don't care if he don't touch the ball at all. He's still a threat every time he's out there, as well as T. Higgins on the other side. So obviously they got quarterback issues, and obviously Joe Burrow is out. And if Joe Burrow was there, this would have been a very good game, an interesting game. But right now it might not be such an interesting game, but you still got Jamar Chase, and he can take over a game by himself. So they just got to be aware of that. They're gonna be going in there with injuries. You don't want to when you're going into a game and they don't have their star players or they don't have their whole roster. You might go in there and not focus as much as you need to. You might
Right.
go in there, not pay attention to detail throughout the week as much as you need to. You might take a day off in practice. It's just things that can happen when you're going into a situation where you don't have your superstar quarterback in Joe Burrow. But I think it should definitely be an easy win for the Lions. But after that next six games is serious. That's a nice little 6-game stretch that the Lions have after the Bengals. So this might be their last give me. I would say that as far as right now, because they got the Chiefs after that on Sunday Night Football in Arrowhead. Then they got the Buccaneers, which the Buccaneers have beat them the last couple times. I mean, the Buccaneers have beat them before, and Detroit. So with Baker Mayfield, so that's going to be a game. Then you got the Vikings. Who knows if J.J. McCarthy's back at that time? Who knows if Carson Wentz is playing better and not turning the ball over? Then you got the Commanders. They lost to the Commanders in the playoffs last year. They lost to Jaden Daniels. I think Jaden Daniels will be back by then. And then you got the Eagles. That can be an NFC Championship preview. And then you got the Giants. Who knows what the Giants look like after that? Even the rest of the game is going to be tough. But this next little 6-game stretch is going to be tough for the Lions. Health is going to be a part of it. Attention to detail is going to be a part of it. And just handling your business. So I just think if they handle their business, they should win this game. But if they don't, Jamar Chase can take over this game. He's one of those type of guys.
They got the Lions minus 8.5 versus the Bengals this Sunday. So that looks like a good number to me. I would hammer that home, and I'm not worried about nothing. It's the Lions are the Lions, man. They look to me, injury or whatever they got going on, they're always a team that is complete and they know what they're going to do every single down. And they're always next step ahead in preparation to go ahead and be ready for whatever. So, like I said, 8.5 for the Lions there. Definitely taking that. Moving on over. Hey, it starts in about 2 hours. Game 1, wild card, Detroit Tigers going ahead and facing the Guardians. They go ahead and face them in a 3-game little series. I'm about to be locked in. You can scratch everything during the regular season. We are here. This is playoff baseball. And you are on the road. You were not on the road last year. You were on the road this year.
Yeah. It looked like, I'm looking at the schedule, it looked like they was beaten. They beat, well, I ain't going to say it looked like, that's what they did. July 4th, 5th, and 6th, they played at the Guardians 3 games in a row, and they beat them 3 games in a row. And then you go down to September 16th, 17th, and 18th at home. They lost all of those games at home to the Guardians. Hold on, I'm tripping. Yup, they lost all of those games at home to the Guardians. And then they played them September 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and they went 1-2. So you beat them early in the season, but late in the season, the last 6 games, you only won 1 game. So I'm sure they got some type of, mental edge over you at that point. And you're going to play in Cleveland. It's Cleveland, right? Cleveland Guardians? Yeah, so it's Cleveland. So you're playing in Cleveland. And out of the last 6 games, they kind of had your number a little bit. So we're going to see what you're going to do because shit is all. What is this? A 5-game series or a 7-game series?
3-game series. Wild card games are 3-game series, and then they go ahead into a 5-game series.
That's how the NBA should be. The NBA should be 5-game series in the first round of the playoffs for sure. Yeah, shit. Well, you got 3 games. I mean, shit, what you gonna do? You feel me? Like it can be over. It can be over tomorrow. But that'd be crazy. Yes. It can be over tomorrow.
Something? Ain't that something? Yes. That's how it should, like how you said earlier with the how the basketball should be. But they should take this playoff frame into a lot of like NBA games. Things like that, because you're not wasting your time. Like, all right, let's see if you can play right away. You got 3 games, boom. If you lose the first one, and it's at home again for the home team, you can be gone.
Yeah, like NBA, go to a 5-game series. The first you want to make it even, the 1 in the 8th seed. Hey, bro, play the first game back to back. Games 1 and 2 back to back. It might be the only back to back in the playoffs, but that'll give some type of edge to it. Like, hey, we got to play it back-to-back in the playoffs no matter what. So now we're going to have to see, how all that shit is going to come into and had to give people more rest for later in the playoffs. And now you ain't got to play every other day in the fucking Western Conference Finals, or in the finals you playing every other day. Like, no, bro, just get that first round up out of there early. There's no reason fucking you should be playing a 7-game series in the first round, bro. Go 5 games and you go 3-0 over with. NBA just all these motherfuckers so money hungry, bro. But
Yeah.
they so rich and they so money hungry. So rich and so money hungry at the same time. Fucking weird robots. Yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, no, they got to go ahead and just be ready to go. They got a good bullpen. They got good pitching. 3 games. You got to go ahead and win game 1. Like, that's just you have to. Like, when you play these type of games, especially in baseball, everything is so critical. From pitching to hitting to moving guys on base to making catches to going ahead and making sure like that routine ground ball that you've been seeing for damn near 100 games. You see it at the same time like it's opening day and you throw it the first, throw it the second, throw it the third. This is some like the Ryder Cup last weekend. Like that was my first time. Like you golf. I mean, you might get into it. Hopefully, we can get you into it. But I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
I know the Ryder Cup. I know what you meant when you said it.
Oh Lord. Okay, good. But it's just like the pressure of just everything that goes with every single shot. This is like the same thing. Just like when it's just like football when it comes that time. So, Eastern time, they got it at basically noon, 12:08, 1:08, whatever you want to call it. They have Detroit minus 1.5, so they got them taking game 1. So that's a good sign. Even what we just said earlier that they've had some trouble against the Guardians. But we shall see.
And the Guardians are ranked because the Guardians are ranked number 3, right? And because the Tigers are ranked number 6.
Yes.
I think I said that.
Yes, I believe so.
So even with them having home field advantage and them winning 5 out of the last 6 games and them having a 3 seed, so I'm sure they finished the season stronger than the Tigers finished the season. Because Tigers Twitter was going crazy. Like, man, what the hell is going on? I ain't even know them. I'm just seeing the Tigers Twitter. They just talking crazy. So obviously the Guardians finished the season stronger than the Tigers. And they still got them as a -5 on the road, a -1.5 on the road. So obviously they're saying that the Tigers are the better team, even though they're ranked 3 seeds lower than the Guardians. So they better fucking win because they already, with all that being said that I just said, they still think that y'all are the better team. So I like it. It's attention to detail, bro. Ain't no more mistakes. You got to be ready to go right now. Like ain't no warm ups. It can, like I said, by 4:30 tomorrow, you can be at home and done. Period. So yeah, better tighten up.
Absolutely.
I might watch the game. I might watch one of them. I might not watch the one today, but I might watch the one tomorrow, just because I know it's gonna be some eyes. If somebody win today, whoever win tomorrow is gonna be they back against the wall. So I might watch the one tomorrow. Yeah, 1:00 too. That ain't that bad.
No, 1:00 today. 1:00 today.
Yeah, it's 1:00 tomorrow too. I think.
Oh
well,
my,
I just seen the schedule. Yeah, say 1:00. Yeah, so I'm gonna be locked in, man. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna be locked in. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch. See how it go. Playoff game. Let's see how it go.
Good Lord, we got him tied in to some MLB baseball. Love to see it. Let's move on over here. Michigan State, they finally come off their bye. They go ahead and face Nebraska. That one is in Nebraska. We can keep this one short and sweet here. What does this needs to take for them to just win? There's really nothing else to say about this team at this point. We've seen what they did against USC. You now have a week and a weekend of where the preparation and all of what you've done these past 4 games should be able to go ahead and be evaluated from the head coach all the way down to the special teams coordinator, from the quarterback all the way down to the kicker. What needs to be shown, or just what needs to happen for this team to go ahead and get a win? Because if you go 0-2 in the Big Ten, and we've seen a lot of things that went ahead have been talked about on Twitter in regards to what this team is and what ESPN says and what Fox says about this team, that they can be a 1-7 team within the Big Ten. So if you already go ahead and lose another game, Lord, talk to me about this game, especially right now where we are for the Michigan State Spartans.
I would say one of the key components to this game is taking the crowd out of it. and take the crowd out of it is by moving the chains, getting first downs. Not even necessarily so much big plays. Just keep the chains moving, and the clock moving. Keep the ball in your hand, complete passes, protect the ball, fall forward, and just dominate the time of possession. Take the crowd out of it, because that crowd can get loud. That crowd in Nebraska can get loud. It's definitely gonna be loud. So I'll probably say by the fourth quarter, it'll damn near be dark. You feel me? They play at 4:00, so by 6:37, it'll be kind of trickling down to being dark. You know what I'm saying? That atmosphere is gonna be live. They both coming off bye weeks. I don't think Nebraska played last week. Both of them coming off bye weeks, so both of them gonna have had an extra week to prepare for each other, and they had a week off. So I know some guys banged up a little bit. I think before USC week, a couple guys was banged up. Obviously, Nick Marsh is banged up. Hear about a linebacker. I think number 10 was banged up. Some offensive linemen banged up. The running back was banged up. So guys were banged up. So just having that week off and, getting in the ice tub, getting treatment, getting massages. And if they do all that there now, because I don't know, just new world now. I don't know what's going on at Michigan. I don't know. But it's really moving the chains, getting first downs. I think if you take the crowd out of it and you make that team press, you make that quarterback press, because now he has less time to make plays, less time. If you have less time, that means you're gonna be kind of pushing the point. You're gonna be pushing the pace. You're gonna be pushing to make plays, because you're like, damn, this motherfucker had the ball for 11 minutes in this quarter. Now I gotta, make up for that ASAP. I would say by that. I got a question for you though.
Yeah.
Obviously, like I said, they both just came off a bye week. What do you think what is being told to the Michigan State players in that locker room throughout this bye week on what they need to adjust, what steps they need to make offensively or defensively as a unit to attack this next half of the season? Obviously, this game for sure, but you coming off a bye week. You feel me? You had training camp and it rolled right into the season, and that went 4 weeks long, and now you had a bye week, so you got a time to reset. As a reset, what do you think are the keys to this team not going 1-7 for the rest of these Big Ten games moving forward?
We'll start with the defense. The biggest thing is you can't be giving up. There's been multiple games where there's been over total yards of 300. That can't happen. And what makes it even worse is when you go ahead and see that they rush the football for over 150, 200 yards. You have to stop the run. You would rather go ahead, in my opinion, go ahead and throw the football multiple times with the quarterback, because now it's on him to make the right decisions, and maybe you get lucky where he throws one where you're able to go ahead and get a tip ball, interception, things like that. It's easy to go ahead and hand off the football and run for 5 yards. So the biggest thing going from here on out from the defensive perspective is we have to stop the run. That is the most pushed thing that has been this whole evaluation for this whole week. And going into games from here on out, pack the box. You live what you got with outside, but you are not allowing a team to run the football for over 100 and some yards. That can't happen. Then moving on over here to the offense. I mean, it's really the same thing that I'm going to say since we've been talking about it. I mean, you have to make plays when plays are able to be made. And it starts at the quarterback position. It starts at number 2 going ahead and being that guy to make things go. That is as simple as it is, that's what it is. Like you have the skilled players, you have the offensive linemen. We've seen glimpses, we've seen this. Like there just can't be no more glimpses anymore. There needs to be consistency. There needs to be where he needs to make plays day in, day out, and that's it. So what does that mean by that? How does that happen? You go ahead as the offensive coordinator to make it to where now you dial back, maybe you have a whole list of plays where, you're throwing over routes, you're throwing little up and outs, this and that. What is he good at? You have to get back to the basics with him. Like when we used to play, literally, I swear, every time that we needed to do something, we just ran smash fade. We didn't care what coverage it was, we just ran smash fade. And that damn near worked majority of the time. I'm being honest here. If you go ahead and look at the time of when we were in there, I guarantee you about 75 to 85% of what we called that we need to get in the groove, definitely smash fade. And RJ, what do you mean by that? We need him to consistently see a picture every single time. And when it's critical downs, because when you see a picture consistently and you see that, okay, this isn't there, something else has got to be open. There's always someone that's going to be open in a play. But then what does that play mean for the individuals? The individuals have got to go ahead and make plays as well. So it's a collective unit of everyone to go ahead that needs to make plays, period, point blank. And it is a very hard target on the quarterback because he's the one that has to deliver. And the guys that are around him need to go ahead and deliver as well. So just as a wholesome, it's just everyone needs to be on their P's and Q's from here on out, or it can get very ugly. Or we're just going to be sitting here every week saying, oh, man, we looked good towards the end. We'll maybe get them next time. There is no next time.
All right. So they got Nebraska a minus 10.5 in this game. I don't really be doing the spread stuff. I don't really care about that because I don't care about the spread. That's betting shit. Like, you either going to win or you're going to lose. But I don't know if you do the spread thing. Do you think they cover the spread? We are plus 10.5.
What are the total points on there? It's like 40
plus 10.5.
plus 10.5.
Oh, plus the total points,
like
for
the total points.
Game?
Yeah, the total
49,
points.
49.5.
I think we cover. I mean, based off what we did on USC, and we kind of got points in the back end. And I think they actually might have covered that game, to be honest with you, because I think USC was like a
plus 20 or plus 19, I think.
Yeah, something like that. So they covered that easy. I think they will. It's just so this team has so much potential, but it's just there's no laser focus on this team. And it has to be laser focused. Someone's got to be the guy to be locked in. So we'll see, man. I don't know, but they'll definitely cover. Let's just please not make plays.
I don't know if you was about to go into this, but this is like brief. I'm watching college football like this past weekend. Yeah. I'm watching it throughout the whole season, right?
Yeah.
And last night I'm thinking, it just came to me like, dog, there's no special players in college football right now. None.
Yeah.
None. Because I had seen the Heisman list. And it was just guys like, you know how they put all the quarterbacks on there? Like, bro, they ain't really Heisman. They just quarterbacks. Like, ain't none of them really, bro. There's no special. And then I just started looking at it like, okay, who is the DeAnthony Thomas from Oregon, the Black Mamba? Where's the Barners, the LaMicah James? Where's the Michael Crabtrees, bro? Where's the Honey Badgers? Like, where's the Percy Harvins? Where's the Melvin Gordons? Like, where is the motherfucker we know week in and week out they gonna just do something special week in and week out? We don't have nobody that do that, bro, in college football right now. And if we being real, even last year we didn't. Like, even with Travis Hunter doing the things he did, like, we was counting reps. Like, oh, man, he played 90 reps this game. Like, that was a stat. Like, bro, it wasn't like he was having 2 picks, 3 picks a game, and having 200 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns a game. He was probably having a little over 100 yards a game and maybe having, I think he only had like 5 or 6 picks last year. So, and that's in like 13 games. So that shit ain't super great. I'm talking about, hey, bro, this motherfucker look like Reggie Bush out there. Where's the Vince Youngs? You feel me? Where's the Steve Slaytons?
Yeah.
Where are they, bro? There's no special players in college football right now. None, bro. None. Even Jeremiah Smith, he might be special like, oh, man, he's a young kid. He's so big and he can play in the league and this and that. But he ain't fucking, like, super special. He may be gifted, but special is different. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, special is different, bro.
Yes.
And I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. I don't see it. And even when Jaden Daniels was doing the shit he was doing at LSU, he was having 300 yards passing, 150 yards rushing, 5 touchdowns. Even that didn't feel like it felt 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It's something to think about, man. Something to think about.
Man, it ain't nothing to think about. That's the damn truth. Because I didn't even think of it like that. I'm sitting, and you know what's crazy to add on what you just said? It's just like right now where we are with college football, it's just an elevated high school. It's an elevated high school level because now the players can actually really turn it on and turn it off or coast or whatever they feel like during that time, that specific day, where they don't feel like playing, they don't feel like going ahead and doing something extra for their team to win. It's all now on the players. And what you just said is absolutely spot on.
Do you think, because now obviously players can leave every year, like they can go to another school and not have to sit out a year, not have to sit out nothing. They can go from Alabama to Georgia and play the next year. They ain't got to sit out a year, none of that shit. They're getting paid, all of these things, right? Obviously that has hindered coaching. That
Yes.
has hindered, your the way you coach, the style coaches can have. There's a lot of reasons why a lot of coaches that was winning, but there's a reason Nick Saban retired. Bro, Nick Saban he still look like he can coach. I think he want to coach. Bro, when I be hearing him talking on College Game Day, I think he still wants to coach. But the landscape has just changed tremendously, and I don't
Right.
think he can have that same control over the program, over the school, and over the players that you could have, that you had before NIL got here. So if I can't coach you like that, if I can't yell at you like that, if I can't press you and make you do these things, if I can't say, all right, bro, you missing class, you got to go in the motherfucking in the morning, you got to be there in the morning, every 5:30 in the morning, pushing the sled every morning. If I can't do that no more, can I truly develop you into becoming the best version of yourself at that age that you're at? If you're 19, can I really push you to be the best 19-year-old athlete on and off the field as I can, like 10 years ago? Or am I hindered by the new college football system?
Absolutely hindered. Nobody, bro, no 18-year-old that's getting over $500,000 is going to listen to any coach, period. Point blank. It's just what it is. That's just where we are. You think
What is the
college? How
move?
about high school? How about high school? High school is
Oh,
even worse.
It's trickling down.
Yes.
I told you it's trickling down.
Yes, you did. But you told me that it was trickling down like 4 years ago. When this NIL and everything wasn't even a thing. Boy, oh boy, this sport about to be gone in 8 years.
Yikey McYikes. But you can carry on like per se.
We're going to go ahead and it's good that we make this transition. Obviously, we're going to get into the speak on it. A lot of great week 4 things to talk about in the NFL. Let's go ahead and start here with the Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens game, because we know my good brother Lip loves talking about his Baltimore Ravens. Chiefs won that 37-20. Patrick Mahomes, had a day. Talk to me about that.
I seen a stat that said Patrick Mahomes has not thrown for 4 touchdowns in a game since 2023.
Crazy.
He has went to 2 Super Bowls since that time. But he has not thrown for 4 touchdowns in a game since 2023. And guess who he does that on? Chuck Pagano said this is the best secondary he's ever been around. That's what Chuck Pagano said. That's what Chuck Pagano said. Maybe he was just trying to save his job, whatever. He just got there, you geeked up, you get a new girlfriend. Oh man, she bad, man. She just give her some time, my boy. Just give her some time, my boy. You chill out, relax. You gonna see. Patrick Mahomes looked like Patrick Mahomes. 25 for 37, 270 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 sack, no interceptions. No run game occurred. He didn't have a run game. Worthy had 2 carries for 38 yards, and one of them was a 35-yard on the reverse. And then you got Pacheco had 7 carries for 35 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. And Kareem Hunt had 13 carries for 34 yards. That ain't shit. This was probably the best game I seen Worthy play as in the NFL. He was making catches. He was getting open. It looked like they had a good connection downfield. He was getting the ball, like I said, on the reverses, on these things. It looked like he was more involved into the game plan. But obviously, everybody gonna look their best on these motherfucking Ravens. Let me go to the Ravens. Remember I told you 2 weeks ago that they led the league in points given up?
Yes.
Yeah, they still there. They still terrible. Game 1, they gave up 41 points. Game 2, they gave up 17 points. Game 3, they gave up 38 points. And this past Sunday versus the Chiefs in Kansas City, versus an offense that we still look at like, bro, this offense ain't really that good. Like, we've been saying, like, bro, this offense still look kind of shaky. You feel what I'm saying? You got Juju Smith-Schuster out there scoring you got Juju out there scoring on the Ravens. But you get a touchdown, you get a touchdown, you get a catch, you get a catch, you get a catch. Then they go out there and give up 37 to the Chiefs. 37. Worthy, 5 for 83. Kelsey, 5 for 48. Hollywood Brown got a touchdown against his former team, 3 for 38. Juju, 4 for 36, touchdown. Multiple people touching the ball, bro. They all just touching the ball. Patrick Mahomes look good. He looked like Patrick. And I would say they get Rasheem Rice back in 2 weeks. And I think last week he was able to come into the building and start practicing with him. I guess he was suspended for 6 weeks. He couldn't come into the building until I think week 3 or week 4. But now he's been put in a couple weeks of practice. He put in a couple weeks of practice. So he will be back against the Raiders. That's week 7. And then they play the Commanders and the Bills, then they got a bye week. So that'll be good. But he's a problem. Rasheem Rice a problem. Obviously he got hurt last year and we don't know how he's gonna be now. But if he looks like Rasheem Rice, bro, he a problem, bro. Like, he got that Ahmad St. Brown in him. He got that Puka Nacua shit in him. Like, he played like that, and he want the ball like that. So, just adding that back to this offense, that's going to open it up even more. And the Chiefs are still going to be the Chiefs. That's how I see it. Good game for the Chiefs. Let me move over to the Ravens. Because Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He showed us that. Obviously, one of his best games in a good while. It looked easy for him. He was making plays, making passes, dishing the ball to everybody, making the right decisions like he always do. That's Patrick Mahomes. He does that. The Ravens. Bro, these boys are terrible, bro. I got to the point where I wasn't even mad at them. I'm looking at them like, bro, y'all just weak, bro. Y'all weak, bro. Y'all weak. Once again, ain't it funny how all the media talking about John Harbaugh should be fired now? Nobody was ever really saying that. Bro, nobody was saying that shit, bro. At the beginning of this season, last season, the year before last, even when they started off this season, nobody was saying that John Harbaugh should be fired. That was never a thing. I've been saying that shit for a whole year and a half now. That this dude he's not fit to take this Ravens team and Lamar Jackson to the next level. He's not. He hired the offense coordinator and he hired the defense coordinator, and they both fucking trash. Bro, we watching the same game, bro. We watching the same game, and I'm watching these plays, these play calls, and I'm like, bro, what are they doing? There's no plan offensively, bro. There's no plan. There's no plan. You know your offensive line suck, but you want to drop Lamar back, keep dropping him back all these yards, and running these deep-ass routes where it's taking so much time to get downfield. That means Lamar got to hold on to the ball with this sorry-ass offensive line. And now Lamar keep backing up, because Lamar don't really step up into the pocket. He backs up. He either roll this way, he roll that way. Now he throwing some shit all the way across his body, and that shit works at times, but at times it don't work as well.
Excuse me.
Blush. They just look bad, bro. And they look like they starting to be like, all right, bro, fuck you. Like, whoever they saying fuck, it looked like they starting to get to that point where it's like, bro, this ain't working. This ain't working. Whatever it is, this ain't working. That secondary looked terrible. 44 can't cover nobody. Nate Wiggins, oh, he's awful, bro. Nate Wiggins is not a good corner, bro. Maybe he turned into something later on in his career. Maybe. But right now, bro, he ain't making no plays. Once again, 14. He ain't doing nothing. Once again, I don't feel 14's presence at all. You seen him make any plays? This is a big game, right?
Yes, this is a big game.
Bro, outside of Lamar Jackson, the Ravens don't have no game changers on their team. None. Derrick Henry is not a game changer. You know why? Because if they get down, then they can't run the ball no more. And he's not a game changer no more. Even when they up, he damn near fumbling the ball. This whole season, he been fumbling the ball. And now he worried about that. So now he running the ball and he kind of looking around. You feel me? Like, you know how you drop a couple passes and now you like, damn, do I got these motherfuckers or not? Like, can I catch what's going on? Like,
right.
Like, it gets to your head. This is what it is, bro. It ain't really their ability your physical ability is in between the ears, bro. And you can tell this team is losing confidence. You can tell internally, coaching staff wise. I seen John Harbaugh kind of going at the offense coordinator a little bit in the play calling, going at the defense a little bit in these little previous meetings. You think he ain't starting to feel that pressure? He's starting to feel the pressure. I'm telling you, bro. Lamar Jackson been carrying him since he been in the league. John Harbaugh is not gonna take Lamar Jackson to the next level. He not. Todd Monken, we watch him. He ain't doing nothing, bro. I feel like I be saying the same thing every fucking week, and I'm tired of saying the same thing every week. The Ravens suck right now. You got people thinking Lamar Jackson quit. I remember I'm watching a game, and it's like the third quarter. I'm like, okay, they just got the ball back. And it's like 4 minutes left in the third quarter, and I'm seeing another quarterback in. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Because I watch the games on mute, because I don't want to hear the motherfucker talk all day. You feel me? But so I'm looking like, bro, why is Lamar out the game? And I see him on the bench, and I don't see him looking like he like crazily hurt. He kind of just looked like he pissed off. The whole game, he looked like he pissed off because they not putting him in position to win, bro. Nobody on that team is. Nobody on the defense, nobody on the offense, and now people are just getting injured. Now Roquan Smith injured. He need to go too. All these guys need to go, bro. Like, it need to be a whole new, like, it's time. They at that point where it's time, hey, bro, let's start anew. Bring back Lamar. Bring back a coach that's going to bring culture that actually call plays offensively or defensively. Brian Flores. I say Brian Flores. Maybe a Steve Wilkes. A Robert Saleh. I think Lamar needs a defensive style coach. Obviously, you're going to have a good offensive coordinator to come in. Anybody better than Todd Monken. Anybody better than him. But yeah, the Ravens just a bad team right now. I was talking about 17-0. Boy, you sound stupid as hell. Boy, I know I sound stupid. This look bad though, man. But yeah, they suck. The Ravens suck. And shit, we don't even know if Lamar might be out a couple weeks. Obviously, we see all these other guys gonna be out for some time. They just lost their defensive tackle for the whole year. Like, this team breaking down, and that's because it's a lot of the older guys. You need some new fresh flavor in this motherfucker. You need some new vibrations in that locker room and that team, bro. They need to hear a new voice because the special teams coach not cutting.
One simple question, one simple answer. Obviously, you went on your spiel about the Ravens. Are the Ravens broken?
Yeah, they are definitely broken. I don't see them, but they might not win their division, honestly. And if they do win their division, it's going to be because of Lamar Jackson. But they might not win their division. Obviously, Joe Burrow's out. But the Steelers are 3-1 right now, and the Steelers are looking cool. You sure? Bro, the Ravens can't stop the run or the pass. And now you turn in Lamar Jackson into fucking Peyton Manning. He keeps trying to play like he's fucking a passing quarterback. Bro, run the fucking ball. He's not making no plays in scrambling. I'm watching other quarterbacks scramble. I'm watching Tua scramble. I'm watching fucking Mahomes scramble. I'm watching Lamar, and he's just holding on to the ball. And then when he do step up in the pocket like he about to run, he ain't fucking running. He got a hamstring. Yeah, they broken. I don't see them turning this around this season at all. I don't think they're going to fire John Harbaugh in the middle of the season, just out of respect for what he's done for the program. But if I'm running shit, hey, bro, it's over with. This is your last time coaching for the Raiders. Maybe you can go be the special teams coach for the Chargers with your brother. Because this ain't it, bro.
Man, that's tough for the Ravens. We're only going to see. We got a lot of football left. Let's go ahead and move on over to another team, another game. The 49ers went ahead and lost to Jacksonville Jaguars 21-26. They're still 3-1. Can still Brock Purdy go ahead and lift the Niners to an NFC championship, because they're always going to put the 49ers up there to go ahead and be in the NCAA. NFC championship. They're always going to have them be deep in the playoffs. Is he able to go ahead and take this team still deep into the playoffs? Even this loss here against the Jacksonville Jaguars, because if you put yourself in your shoes as a 49ers fan, you're looking like, why in the hell did we just lose to the Jaguars? They were 1 and whatever, 2 or whatever last year. Then they literally beat you in your crib in Levi Stadium. Jaguars? What do you think about that?
And this show's starting quarterback. Because remember, Brock Purdy been out for 2 weeks. So Mac Jones
Yeah.
got 2 wins. Mac Jones is 2-0 this year, while Brock Purdy is 1-1. And he lost in one of those games. He lost in his own backyard to Trevor Lawrence. Whoop de doo. The fuck? In a game, it was they were never winning in this game. They were never winning. No, they was winning when it was 3-0. That was it. So 3-0, then it became 7-3, 14-3, 17-6, 17-12, 17-14, 20-14, 26-14. So besides the 3-0, they never led at home. And I told you about the quarterbacks throwing for a lot of yards. Trevor Lawrence threw for 174 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and he didn't get sacked. Not one time. We talking about a 49ers team with Fred Warner. Obviously, Nick Bosa is out. He got hurt. I think he's out for the season as well. But they drafted a defensive. They drafted a first round DN. Like, we know they D line to be smooth. They had no sacks. They secondary looked shaky. Obviously Fred Warner still playing at an all pro level, forcing fumbles, just always in the right place at the right time. Like, great linebacker, bro. Like, hella fire linebacker. Brock Purdy, 22 for 38, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 INTs. Can't throw the ball to the other team, bro. You can't throw the ball to the other team, especially at home. And period. I don't give you a home or the road. You can't turn the ball over. You can't give them extra possessions. You can't, because that you at home, that kills the crowd. You turn the ball over, that kills the crowd. You on the road, that enlightens the crowd when you turn the ball over. So you're hindering the crowd, which gonna fall down to the players to take the energy out of the stadium because you turn the ball over. You don't want to do that, bro. Like, they don't look good this year. I don't got them winning the division at all. I got the Rams winning the division for sure. I definitely don't think the 49ers are gonna win their division, let alone be in the NFC Championship. They not beating the Rams. They not beating the Lions. They not beating the Eagles. They probably ain't beating the Packers. So, shit, are they beating Washington? We got to see how Washington look, with Jaden Daniels come back, and if he can, continue that magic that he had last year and see how that go. But, like, there's multiple teams that's going to be better than them. So, no, I don't see them going to the NFC Championship at all. Not even winning their division at all. And it ain't even just because of injuries. They got Christian McCaffrey. They got Pearsall. They got Juwan Jennings. Obviously, Greg Kittle is out for a little bit, but it's the NFL, bro. Somebody else got to – you can't replace that, but somebody else can make plays, goddammit. Like, you feel me?
Right.
You seen Darren Waller last night. He ain't been on the field in a couple years. He come back and scored 2 touchdowns, 2 big catches. His first play of the game, he catches an over route for like 20 yards. Red zone target. Like, somebody has to come. It's next man up. That's the NFL for sure. The NFL is next man up for sure. NBA, not so much. But NFL, it's a lot of guys with a lot of talent. It's 22 guys on the field every play. That means it's 22 guys to make a fucking play. Any given Sunday, somebody can make a play. So, but to answer your question, no, I do not think Brock Purdy can lift this team nowhere. They're probably not even going to make the playoffs, if we being real.
Let's kind of stay within this game here. Let's flip over to the other side, Jacksonville Jaguars. There's been a lot of rookies that have been playing pretty well. You got Jackson Dart that went ahead and had his start, had a big win against the Chargers. Cam Ward, who we're going to go ahead and get into as well. Travis Hunter. He's on a 3-1 Jacksonville Jaguars team. His pass receiving that I'm looking at right here had a couple catches for 40 yards. Also playing some DB. Where do you rate him right now in these 4 games when it comes to his play on both sides, his just all around him and what he's doing for this Chargers team, this Jaguars team? Where do you rate him at right now?
See, with Travis Hunter, I'm not against his ability to play in the NFL, play both sides of the ball, but it's about production. I've been saying this for like, it's about production. This ain't college. Like, you might can get away with these numbers in college. You might can, because you just and they might have been even more inflated in college, because most of the time when Colorado was playing, he was the best athlete, on the field. And then you playing with college guys at some of these schools that, bro, them not NFL players. They not. They're not NFL players. Like every time he stepped on the field, it was probably 2 or 3 NFL players, maybe if that, including him. But yesterday, like you said, he had 3 catches, 42 yards. He had a nice catch over the middle, down the seam. Nice, went up and grabbed it. That was nice. However, he played 9 snaps on defense, all in the first half. They benched him in the second half on defense. He didn't play no defense in the second half in that game. He played 9 defensive snaps in the game. He gave up 4 catches. Bro, 4 catches in a game is fucking bad for a corner. Unless you, bro, I don't care. Unless they slants, even if they slants, it's like, bro, get there. You cannot have 4 catches on you in a game. You can't. Bro, you only played 9 plays. He played 9 defensive snaps, bro. And damn near half of those was a catch. And I'm watching his technique. I'm watching him in the press. And all dude did was run a hitch. Swipe him by, catch the ball. Run this, easy catch. Run that, easy catch. When he playing off coverage, he kind of look lost. He kind of is a lot of times in no man's land when he's off. And when he's impressed, he's so light in his ass, like people just going to be able to move him. Man, get out of my way. It don't matter who it is, move. You feel me? It's just like that. It's about production. It ain't even about his ability. It's about production. If we gonna play you on both sides of the ball, you're gonna have to produce, my boy. You're gonna have to produce. And if you can't produce, then we're gonna have to move you on one side of the ball. And like I said, I don't think he's a number 1 receiver in the NFL, or I don't think he's a number 1 corner in the NFL. I don't think he's a number 2 receiver in the NFL. I think his best thing, he's probably a number 2 corner in the NFL. I think he's more of a number 3 wide receiver in the NFL. But this is the thing. If he played strictly offense, you're not going to get what you expected to get. Because his whole game is, I can play both sides of the ball. I want to play both sides of the ball. So now if you only play on one side of the ball, it ain't like production is going to go up tremendously. I don't think it is. Do you think if he played 60 snaps on offense a game that he would be a 7-catch, big play guy? I'm just talking about making plays. I ain't talking about just catching the ball. I'm talking about making plays. Exactly.
He'd be in the same stratosphere of what he's doing right now.
Exactly. If he played defense all game, I just told you he played 9 snaps and gave up 4 catches. And I've watched him throughout this season give up catches. Yeah, he might got a PBU here and there, but that's in zone. In the NFL, bro, you got to play man. You got to be able to play man. You got to be able to play press. Like, you got to be able to play man. You got to be able to compete. You got to be able to go at somebody. You got to be able to do that. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. And then he got benched in the second half last night. And they said, "Oh, we gonna keep it in house. It's personal." Is it him not knowing what to do? Is it, bro? It got to be him fucking giving up 4 catches in 9 plays. I'm sure that had a lot to do with why he was benched in the second half. You feel what I'm saying? And it looked like they playing better without him on defense. They won the game. Traveled all the way across the world and won the game. So, like I said, that whole honeymoon period with him is over with. This ain't college no more. You need to produce, or they're gonna put you on one side of the ball, and then it's like, oh shit, he only a number 3 receiver. Y'all drafted him number 2 to be a number 3 receiver. Oh shit, okay, he only gonna play defense. All right, bet. Oh, so hold up, he just a average corner. That's it. He ain't Patrick Surtain. He ain't Stingley. He ain't Jason Horn. He ain't none of those guys. He ain't AJ Terrell. He just a guy. Anybody can catch a ball on him as well, even though he only playing corner. Oh man. So it ain't about his ability, like I said, it's about production. If you ain't producing, bro, they got to do what's best for the team. So I don't really want to hear about Deion talking about, man, they just not using him right. Bro, what are you talking about, bro? He's on the field for 80 snaps. The last few games he done played 80 snaps. What the fuck you mean? They ain't using them right. Colorado stinks as well. Once again, I'm saying that for the next week again, they stink. Worry about your team, brother. Like we still got love for you, Deion. We got all the love for you, man. We got love for you, prime time, but they not just about to hand him the keys. You got to go out there and make fucking plays. And if you can't do that, then we're gonna talk about why is he not making plays. Why is he not having the same impact? Obviously, we knew he wasn't going to have the same impact he had in college. We would think you would be, we'd think you would be producing a little bit more. You fumbling. Motherfucker stripped you, punched the ball out, you fumbling. 3 catches. You caught 3 catches and you gave up 4 catches. Don't sound too prime timey to me, man. So he better tighten up. That's all I'm gonna say. He better tighten up. Because the bullseye is on his back and it's been on his back. He better tighten up.
Yeah, he just needs to play offense, to be honest with you, because when it comes down to that crunching time later this season, playoffs, they are going to go ahead and abuse him. They're going to put him in positions where he's got to play man. He's got to be able to stop the run, be able to go ahead and chip somebody. He can't do that, and you're seeing it. Let's go ahead and over here to Cam Ward. What do you rate Cam Ward right now? He's obviously 4 games in, 0-4. He went ahead and said, we just asked. Being 0-4, especially right now, that's kind of true. But you don't say that as a rookie. But you did. Another guy with the bullseye on his back. Talk to me about his situation.
You don't say that. Like Cam Ward, like a lot of these guys are just walking into the league like they just about to carry on what they was doing in college. And I'm gonna be real with you. I always said Cam Ward had a nice arm, but I didn't know if he was a winner. He was at Washington State. He was at Washington State before he went to Miami. Did you hear anything about Washington State while he was there? So maybe he could throw a good ball, but he wasn't winning. And even in Miami, they lost a game when they were supposed they could have been in the playoffs. They could have been in the playoffs, but they ended up losing a game at the end of the year or something like that. And that's why they wasn't able to go to the playoffs. Where's the winning? Where's the winning? You got drafted to the Tennessee Titans, bro. They're not a really good franchise. But they've had some winning years. I'm not saying they won a Super Bowl or nothing like that, but the Titans have been competitive. They was competitive with Derrick Henry there and Tannehill and that defense and Mike Vrabel. And they was competitive, with Chris Johnson there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Steve McNair, rest in peace to him. Javon Curse, etc. Eddie George. So they've had they got some guys. They probably won a division or two over the time. Bro, first off, you don't go into a press conference and say that shit, bro. Like, Cam Ward, I'm talking to you, bro. You're a fucking rookie, bro. In your 4th game, my dog, you don't go up there and say, oh, bro, to be honest with y'all, we just ass. What? You want to learn how to lose your locker room? Didn't one of the players already fucking punch him in the face or something like that? Didn't he get into a scuffle with one of the players on his team already? Probably because his fucking mouth, bro. Yeah, probably because his fucking mouth, bro. He don't know how to just chill the hell out. Like, bro, you ain't done enough to just walk in here and get to talking to motherfucker like you done something. And first off, bro, they're blocking for you. They're playing for you. You might want to chill, bro. Yeah. You might want to give your team some confidence. You might want to read the room, dog. Like, obviously, y'all not a good team, but give them some confidence. You still need them to play hard for you, because if they quit, you can fucking get hurt and it can mess up your whole career. You already have been sacked the most. I seen all the ratings for his team. I mean, for quarterbacks, he's last in all of them. This past game, he was 10 of 26. Let me go to this. He was 10 of 26, 108 yards in interception. Bro, this is an NFL game. You have more incompletions than completions. You threw for 108 yards, bro. In 4 quarters, that's 25 yards a quarter, bro. You need to be trying to give them guys some confidence. You need to be the light for this team. You can't be going up there in the media talking about, bro, we just ass. Because they playing for you, dog. They playing for you, bro. Even if y'all down, you need to still keep it competitive. You need to keep those guys competitive. It's week 4 and you already saying that, bro. You only played 4 NFL games, dog. You got to chill, bro. These guys got to chill, bro. These spoiled-ass little dogs, they got to chill, bro. Shador got to chill, bro. Sit your ass down and learn how to play quarterback in the NFL. Watch the quarterbacks in front of you. Watch how it is to travel. Learn. Do more learning than talking, bro. Man, I think I could play quarterback. I think I should. Bro, just shut up, bro, and just play football, bro. Learn and practice. Learn all of that. Stop talking so much. All these guys be talking so much. You got to play, bro. Ain't nobody listening to you if you ain't really done it for real. Don't nobody care what you did at Miami. Who cares? Nobody cares what you did at Washington State, bro. Nobody cares, bro. You ain't done nothing here. You ain't done nothing in this locker room. One thing we didn't hear from Jaden Daniels last year, we didn't hear him doing a lot of talking. Throughout the season last year, we didn't hear him doing no talking, bro. We didn't never hear about the rah-rah, none of that shit. All it was how he played the game. That's how he led his team. I'm not saying in the locker room he wasn't saying nothing and whatever. But he just seemed like a jolly guy. He seemed like a guy you want to be around. Do Cam Ward seem like a guy you want to be around? That's all I'm going to say, bro. Watch what you say in these fucking media, bro. Watch what you say about your teammates, bro. Because ain't you going to want to get paid in a few years? You think teams want to be up there with their quarterback saying shit like that? Show me a great quarterback that said that in the media. Show me a Hall of Fame quarterback that said that. Show me somebody that just threw their team under the bus like that. Y'all motherfuckers better chill, bro. Cause he think it's good. He think this guaranteed. He 100%. Think this shit is guaranteed. He think he gonna play the game for 20 and 15 years or 5 years or 2 years. He think I'm here for the. Okay, all right. I ain't got nothing to say. He better tighten up though.
Before we go ahead and get off the topic, where do you rate him at right now? Where do you rate Travis Hunter?
Travis Hunter. I give him. I don't think he's producing like that. I mean, obviously he's a rookie. He's young. I give him a 3 out of 10. I give Travis Hunter 3 out of 10, and I give Cam Ward a 0 out of 10, just off what he said and how he been playing. He ain't been playing that good. All I know is Jaden Daniels kind of walked into the same situation last year. New coach, the roster wasn't as great, but he gave all those guys confidence, and they started to play better for him. And Cam Ward is doing the total opposite right now. So he get a 0.
Shit. But let's move on. Last year, we saw that the Eagles went ahead and beat the Bucks. You kind of go ahead and go down to the stat line. You see that Jalen Hurts is being Jalen Hurts. You're seeing Saquon Barkley be Saquon Barkley. You're seeing Smith being Smith. They go ahead and bring his partner in crime from college. But then you see A.J. Brown with only 2 receptions and 7 yards. But then Michi, the guy that they brought in, has 2 receptions for 10. Yeah, RJ, what do you mean? Like, it's not that big of a deal. Oh, it's a big deal. That's A.J. Brown. Do you know what type of player A.J. Brown is, people? He's top 5 wide receiver in the league. Top 10 for sure. In some people's.
He's top 5.
Is he on the move, my good brother? Because it's making sense now. I'm always told you on this show, I'm like, why you keep talking about this man, A.J. Brown? He ain't going nowhere. Ooh, Lord. I just, you just got to look with your eyes, and you just got to see things out of just being on like the daily consistent of what you see from when it comes to the play. Then you see what happens. You see guys' body language. You saw him walking into the stadium. They won the game. His mannerism says it all to me when I saw him walking back in the tunnel. But that's not the first time that we've seen that, him doing that type of stuff with the Eagles. I've always said that the Eagles are a team that are willing to win, but at the same time, you got to keep them guys together. What is going to happen to A.J. Brown this year?
Honestly,
is he going to be with the Eagles, or is he going to be not with the Eagles?
I think this is his last year with the Eagles for sure. I don't think they're going to trade him before the trade deadline unless he pull a TO and get to doing sit-ups in his driveway and basically force himself up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Now, if that happens, then I can see it. But I think they'll give it one more run. I just think him and this offense with Jalen Hurts, he don't love it. You know what I'm saying? He don't love it. Like, yeah, people like winning, but wide receivers want the ball, and this is a running offense. And the plays that's being called is simple as hell. I don't be seeing they got the most simplest offense. I think everything is really schemed to run the ball. All of their plays are really schemed to run the ball, and everything is played off of that. But he's a guy like, bro, scheme something for the pass game. But I don't think the coordinator is a pass game schemer. He might have been an offensive line coach in his career. He might just go with the different schemes to run the ball. He got Saquon Barkley in the backfield. He got Jalen Hurts. Every time they get in the red zone, they run the tush push. You think he don't want to fade? You think he don't want to fade inside the 1 yard line? They do all that shit to get y'all down there. They catch and pass to get y'all down there. They extended the drive down there. You get inside the 2-3 yard line, and you just snap the ball to fucking Jalen Hurts every time, and everybody push him. You think they ain't really tired of that a little bit? They like, bro, come on, bro. And they won a Super Bowl. So now they like, bro, I didn't want a Super Bowl. I didn't get paid. Now I'm not chasing a Super Bowl like that no more. I already got one. Now I just want to get paid and fucking ball out. Can I ball out with him? I don't think so. He has 14 catches right now. We in week 4. He has 14 catches. Last year, he had 67 catches. It's kind of feeling like he in Tennessee again. You feel me? Like this is his 7th year. 7th year. Bro, he wants the ball, bro. He a top receiver. And the offense is so simple. It's like, hey, we're going to take a shot, but we ain't going to throw no dig routes. We ain't going to throw no post corners. We ain't going to throw no comebacks. We ain't going to throw no over routes. We just going to take a shot or throw a shallow end because that's all he really be running is them shallow ends, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And he like, bro, yeah, we winning, but we ain't winning. It ain't fun. Like, it ain't fun. And he be like, oh, well, Jalen Hurts is 18-0 in his last 18 starts. So Jalen Hurts at that point now, like, bro, I ain't changing my game up for nobody. I want a Super Bowl. I just want a Super Bowl MVP. Even though we was up 31-0, which ain't really have shit to do with the offense like that. But he like, bro, now I want a Super Bowl, not in an MVP. I'm not changing my game up for you. You can get up out of here. I'm gonna be here. Jalen Hurts, like, cause now Jalen Hurts got that confidence now, like, bro, I ain't bending to you no more. So I ain't forcing the ball to you no more. I ain't doing none of that shit no more. I'm going to play winning football. And if it fits with you, it fits with you. If it don't, then you just going to be a threat that's out there, mad from here and there.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. I definitely think A.J. Brown, this is his last year with them. I think if he forced a trade, if he asks for a trade and they don't trade him, I think it's going to mess up shit. It's definitely going to mess up shit. So if he do ask for a trade, I think they should trade him. Because they get something back for him. I don't think they get a first rounder, but they get like probably a second or a third rounder for him. But you still got Devontae Smith. You still got Goddard. You still got Saquon. And you can just plug and play somebody else over there. Because shit, they ain't throwing the ball anyway. They ain't throwing it anyway. So if I'm just going to be out here just running around, and it ain't like he's not getting open. I see, like, bro, he had 9 targets in his game. A few of them on deep balls, but they was out of bounds. Like, you wouldn't even give them no chance. You know what I'm saying? If I'm A.J. Brown, I want to get up out of here. I won already. I got me a Super Bowl. I appreciate you, my dog, and I love you, but I can't play with you no more. I got to go. I got to go somewhere else. And I want some more cheese. I think he got some more cheese last year, but shit, I might want some more cheese. And I still think he a damn near dominant receiver. So
100%.
If I'm him, I'm Audi 5000 for real. I'm up, bro. I got to go. I love you, but this is the last ride, my boy. And if I don't get the ball these next 2 weeks, I'll be in a Patriots uniform or I'll be in a Cardinals uniform. Somebody that want to give me some cheese. Shit, I'll go play for the Colts or a Giants. You feel me? They ain't going to trade him to the Giants. But shit, if they trade him or they get a pick, they might. That's what it is. But A.J. Brown is definitely disgruntled. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all.
I feel that. And with that, my good people, we appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead and watch the Detroit Tigers. They will be on. They play today, tomorrow, and the next day, 3-game series. Got to get game 1. Take them out, my good brother. What you got for the people, man?
Hey, man. Drink some water. Take care of yourself. Hey, and watch the Black Rabbit on Netflix. That shit kind of sweet. My dog, what's his name? I think it's James Bateman or Jason Bateman, the actor. He can act. I fuck with his acting. But and I think he produced an episode or part of the TV series. But watch the Black Rabbit, man. That's my little Jimmy, y'all. Go ahead and watch the Black Rabbit on Netflix and Bees Like Breeze. And James Franklin, Penn State, choked again. Choked again, y'all. Sorry, boy. Sorry. That's it, though, man. I'll drink your water.
We'll see you next time. You guys be good. Have a good week. Have a good weekend whenever you do listen. We'll see you sooner rather than later. Peace out, everybody.